Hey YouTube, OzSwanton007 here to do another DVD review. Get straight into it, power it out quickly. I thought I'd do this DVD as I was starting 2009. Thought I might use this to get myself pumped up, see if there are any good matches during the year. See if there's anything I can put into my top 10 matches of the year at the end of when I've watched the pay-per-views, but a bit disappointing to be honest. So I'm watching the Best of Raw 2009 DVD review. Disc 1 started with Shawn Michaels versus John Cena. Oh, I'm not going to do it like that. Disc 1 was pretty good. Definitely the best disc of the DVD. They did a great job here. You know, you'd expect it to be the best disc because it's going into WrestleMania. They had the segments with, mostly it was Randy Orton. Randy Orton doing stuff on, like, Legacy joining together, attacking Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon, and Stephanie, just stuff like that. I found it a bit. I didn't find it that entertaining because I'm not a fan of Orton, but I felt it's still sort of good stuff in wrestling. Like, it's a highlight of the year. There was nothing else really at the time apart from really the Shawn Michaels Triple H stuff. Shawn Michaels Undertaker stuff, which that was just great, and they did have like 2 segments I think in there to hype that one, and that was good. So the best match on the DVD was Chris Jericho versus John Cena. That was pretty good. They did a top job on that one. John Cena probably getting the win. Apart from that, nothing really else on Disc 1. What they did is each month they did a little highlight of what happened each month, and then they did a couple segments or whatever. And I felt that was good, especially as I'm about to go and watch the rest of 2009. So, yeah. Disc 1, I'm going to give 8.5 out of 10. Next Disc 2. June through August. It's sort of slowed down a bit here, but this was definitely better than the third disc. You know, they tried to keep it pumping through this. I felt that they did have some sort of like Raw moments. I like McMahon buys back Raw from Donald Trump. Last Man Standing match, Triple H Orton, which was just fantastic. That was a great match, great Raw match. McMahon sells Raw to Donald Trump. The Fatal 4-Way for the WWE Championship, that was good as well. Legacy attacks Batista. The Miz 5, John Cena 0. I love that during the 2009 thing, sort of a rip-off of the Chris Jericho thing. I felt that was good. I felt that the Chris Jericho stuff was more entertaining, but we'll move on from that. Nothing else really on this disc really that entertaining. They had a good Divas Fatal 4-Way match. And the rest of it was pretty much just accentuating the Raw celebrity guest hosts. Overall, Disc 2, 7.5 out of 10, with the best match being the Last Man Standing match, Triple H versus Randy Orton. Disc 3, it really slumped here. Not massively slumped, but it slumped. This was September through December. They continued with the celebrity guest sort of stuff. Lots of DX, Chris Jericho. I love this about that they had Chris Jericho a lot on this, but they had it was more like a set for Batista, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, and John Cena. There was just little bits of everyone else in between. And the final disc, they had a good match. John Cena Triple H supposedly was going to be John Cena's last match on Raw, but obviously it wasn't. He gets fired, and whatever happens, you know, John Cena's typical stuff. Gets fired, he's there the next day. And another good one, MSG DX versus Jericho versus Cena and Undertaker. Now, the best highlight, I felt the only real highlight on this disc that I thought was worthy of being on a best of anything disc was really Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston wage war at Madison Square Garden, where Kofi does the boom drop off the guard railing. That was just a fantastic spot and will be remembered in Raw history. I remember that to this day. I also remember Kofi destroying the car that was specifically done for Randy Orton with all the Viper and stuff on it. Disc 3, 7 out of 10. Very disappointing sort of set, but it's the best of Raw 2009. What else could you expect? These are 2009 through 2010, really my least favourite years ever in WWE from what I've seen so far. So guys, I'm a Swanton 007. Overall, I'm going to give the DVD a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Definitely not one of the best DVDs ever. Very mediocre, but still, they did their best they could. So guys, I'm a Swanton 007. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Check out the rest of my videos. Got lots of cool stuff on there. Got an anthology of all the pay-per-views, 98 through present, whatever. I'm going to get to everything. So guys, see ya.